Morning, or evening, depending on where you are. Jakob, welcome in, bud. How we doing? Oh. Getting close to a Nirvana upgrade. Right, Tour 10 on this one. Which should be good with these clubs. Navigators for the win. How many have we got? 25. Lovely. James, how we doing? Welcome in. See if we can get this back to max. You're working, Jakob. Oh, well, don't work too hard. I'm working too, in air quotes. Got one eye on that monitor and one eye on this monitor, so we'll see what happens. Gonna try and snipe James. Okie dokie. Liz, how we doing? Good game. Good game to you. Oh, it's me. Oh, did I put my binoculars on? No, right. Someone remind me to put the binoculars on after this game. Need to have some PJ binocular fun. So hopefully we get some Gokasho holes, because that's what I want to practice today. Not that I'll be playing them off the second tee, because I'm going to do all master, I think. Maybe we'll put 2 in expert and 4 in master. Could we do that? Yeah, that might be a good idea. Let's do that. Good. I know you meant to say good morning. Good morning to you. Are you busy working again? No rest for the wicked. Let's plug that in. Oh, I missed your stream with Ian last night. I need to go back and watch. If it's still up, is it still up? I'll have to check later. Hopefully it's still up. Right. So someone needs to be on Circle of Death watch. If you see the Circle of Death, shout up and chat in case I miss it. Drew's not here yet, but Drew's usually good at that. Oh, he's in the sand. Did he go across the middle? Must have done. I might have went that way. Caddy window, so you'll be reaching that easily. I'll just go half wind here, so we'll do 7.5. Do 8 actually, why not? Why not? I never ever make this shot. Yeah, should have gone less. Never mind. You're going to go into master? Ooh, exciting, Liz. You're hiding in triage. We've all got that spot that we hide out in at work and workplace. I don't have a workplace as such now, but it's always nice to have a spot you could go to and just be out the way. You might have too many trophies. Oh, I'm going to make you switch accounts. How many trophies has this got? I didn't see. What is this? Rusty? It should be about 4,000 or odd. It's not played much in Tour 11 though, so no, if you've got an account that's nearer 5,000, we might struggle. But I need to be playing this account. I need to find out. Unless, do you know, Liz, if frog balls have called off the hunt, or are there still some vague hopes of catching those, the Japanese clan at the top? I don't know. 4,600 probably will. Keep an eye on what I match up with, see if anybody's of that sort of number. It's been a bit higher, this. It has had 10 maxed with some 11 trophies, so whatever that, what are we, about 200 short? So yeah, you'd probably be alright. Probably. Right, we need that over there. Close that, open that. Good. And this old faithful to start, right. I never get close when I go this way, but in fact, you know what, actually, let's do... No, let's stick to the plan. $12.9, and we'll have 15% max, maybe 20 actually, 15 rings. See if we can stay on the pad. Might struggle. We are going to struggle. See how it does. Not my favourite hole, this one. Yeah, that's rubbish. See, if I don't curl that shot, that happens, and if I do curl it, it goes way left of the pin. Don't mind the hole, don't like that wind, but that's okay. Traditional to start off with at least one loss. Yeah, I don't think we're going to catch them, are we, Liz? That's what I was wondering, if it's save your balls. No danger of not going up, obviously, but I know they wanted a gold. I have to hold my hands up. I've not been able to do nearly the level of grinding I thought I would on that account, or this account. Just been too busy this season, unfortunately. But next season, what am I doing next season? Well, in a way, I'm thankful that Rainmakers have called off their push, because now I'm definitely, well, I was going to be a swinging Johnson, but I'm definitely going to be doing that. Ooh, maybe it's close, this, actually. He's done a pretty poor shot too. Yeah, me too, Liz. Looking forward to that. Oh, we've snuck it. Oh, we've snuck it. One against the head. I'll take that. Let's get out of Dodge and change this emoji. Scotty, how we doing, bud? Nice to see you. Right, I want to customise. Where's that? Customise. Emojis. And I want you. Oh, where's it going? There. I want you there. I want you there. What else do we want to get rid of? Well done. Well done, Liz, on the Switch. So that's happened earlier today. Honestly, this was just a pain. Maybe I should try Prism. Shall we try Prism instead of this Streamlabs thing? Because that now looks like it's not even in 720. Oh, it is in 720. Let's go on for a bit, and if this persists, I'll stop it and we'll start with the other software and see if that's any better. Right, we're going to do that. I thought they'd fixed it. Maybe it's not a Streamlabs thing. Maybe it's a me thing. That's why I want to use a different program to see if it is a me thing or not. Oh, new tee. New tee. Did anybody buy the new tee? The one that gives clan points? I think it was 800 gems, was it? Or 900 gems? Which is actually a lot less than it was going to be when it was 120% boost. Oh, why's that gone off? Yes, so I've heard, Paul. I'm welcome in, mate. So I've heard. No, was it, James? I don't know. Maybe you're right. I thought it was more. I thought it was like an 1800 gem thing. But I could be wrong. If any possible. So no Gokasho holes yet. Ooh, this is not nice. I'm sticking to navigators. Actually, might have to have a... It's going to be more wind. This is probably a bad idea. In fact, it's too late now, actually. I should have been further off the rough with curling it with the wind. Let's see. That's enough. It's enough to roll out. I'll take it. Anna, how are we doing? Is the practice range open? Oh, maybe we could do that then. I never even saw it. We can do that. Yeah, then we're guaranteed the holes, aren't we? Up there for thinking. Thank you, Anna. How we doing? Nice to see you. Nicholas, welcome. I did say hi to you before. I don't know if it was when the stream had dropped out though, but nice to see you, Nicholas. Hope you're well. Oh, you're in there now. Excellent. Right, well, we'll see if we get any in tour play, because I do need some points, but if not, then we can go into the range for sure. I feel a bit more comfortable with these 9 holes than the ones we had last week. Gokasho's got, other than that one, saying that, even that funny par 3's makeable, that one with all the bumps, but the other par 3's are far more likely to be dropped, I think, than last week's debacle. What should we do here? I'll have to give it a bit of beans. So if we go there with a bit of curl, 5, 10. Not much juice. Just try and get it down there. Good morning, Corey. Oh, sit. Oh, greedy. Didn't need any beans. Birmingham, I was about to ask, Birmingham, UK or Birmingham, Alabama? Birmingham, Alabama, there we go. Welcome in. What's up, Arthur? How we doing? You hate Gokasho. Why did they get rid of Phantom? I quite like the Phantom Mansion. I'd love them to bring that back as an actual course, like an unspookified regular course. But who knows? Maybe that's going to be their stock. Should be dunking this, really, shouldn't I? Maybe that's going to be their stock Halloween course from now on, instead of Cursed Swamp or whatever it was. But I like the holes. I'd have liked to have them in tour play for a while. They were in 11, weren't they? And then they took them out. E-Charm, welcome. Thank you for the good luck. Right, can we get a Gokasho shootout at least? Please, please, please. No. Oh, same one again. Give us the... Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig. We'll have about 2.5. 35, 7, 3, 5, 3. What did I say? 5, 3. We'll have some curl, which seems silly to not use the side spin but use the curl instead, but I'm used to playing 1 bar of side spin, so I'll try not to change it. Because if you do the side spin and the curl, then you screw yourself, so it's one or t'other. Coop, welcome, bud. Thank you for the good luck. Nico, nice to see you. Just got to work, and so I'm streaming. Well, don't work too hard, Nico. I just got off work. Well, that's even better then. Happy days. There he is. Mr. Drew Ivy. Yes, practice tokens. Anna's just said that. I didn't even know it was open, the practice range, but we can certainly go and have a little bash over there if we don't find any through the normal means. At 35% max on the short iron, the long iron is what I play. In any kind of tail or crossy wind. P1 numbers, always P1 numbers. He's close too. Oh, not close enough though. Good. 2 out of 2. Unlike us. Very unlike us. You were being a sarcastic twant. Well, you're right though. Apparently, let's have a look actually. Anna's just said she's using the practice range. There it is. And you should all have some extra practice tokens now. I think all my accounts got either 7, 8 or 9 free tokens yesterday. So I must have used some on this account last week, but I've got 12 to use, so... Is it still the... So this Greenkeeper thing's back out in force. So this must be something they do when they first open the practice range, do you think? Because they need replays, obviously, to be able to furnish everybody with opponents. So they're forcing everybody into 3 of the 9 holes. But then after a few days, maybe... Or maybe this is how it's going to be always before the tournament starts, and then once it's started, I don't know. Right, well that's good to know that that's there, but we'll do a bit more tour play first. There we go. You've just got to work for Corey. Well, there we go then, 5:20. Blimey, that's early to be starting. Is the sun even up? Only 2 of your 4 accounts. It should be back. You might have to reset your settings to the wonderfully low 720p maximum offering that this channel provides currently. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this is James. For anyone who didn't know, this is James from the chat who's managed to snipe us, the little tinker. Yes, well done, Coop. Fantastic achievement, no matter what tier it is. Golds are golds. What ball did he use? I was paying no attention. I'm going to use a navigator. And a Thor's hammer. Let's give ourselves a bit of room. Oh, we're not even at max there, are we? Let's have that 2 yards back, please. Give it a whack. Stu, how are you doing, bud? Nice to see you, bro. Emily's here. Welcome in, Emily. Lovely to see you as always. You're all early birds, you stateside folk. You must not sleep, half of you. He used the scent. Not really, he used the navy. I didn't know if you'd gone basic. That's what I was. It wasn't a case of has he used a Kingmaker. It was a has he used a basic ball. I didn't want to cheat by using a navigator. Well, that's a good question. I never thought to actually ask that. You thought you would have went to tier 3. So you're still in tier 2 after a victory, which I guess is not surprising, Coop, because it's meant to be over the last, 20 tournaments? So a single good performance or a single bad performance. Like, I haven't gone up or down, I would imagine, just because I flapped last week on 2 of them. We can check, actually. Right, we're going to have to land about here. Ish. Level 7. Give it some curl. A wee crumb of overpower. Try and swing it round. Oh, that's the nice speed roll. I'll take it. Yeah, we can do a no move target on the last one, that's fine. Whatever you want. Anything you want. Played 9 expert tournaments. Your average was top 25. Had 2 pro golds, though, in the last 20 tournaments as well. See, that's interesting, because one of mine is in a similar boat actually. I think it's 2 pro golds, less than 9 expert tourneys, and no particularly good finishes. Yet it was a tier 3. Very interesting. I think their tier system's got a few kinks to be ironed out, to be honest, but I like that they're doing it. It's a good. I think the tiering is a good thing. I think. For all that you're going to see people winning with lesser scores and people in those higher tiers twisting about it, I think it's still a good thing. I just wish they'd do it in Master, but we've talked about that. Let's not go over that again. Right, give us Gokasho, come on. There we go. See what wind we get. Oof, that's probably the worst wind on this hole. So, let's see then. Not entirely a headwind, so we'll still use plenty backspin. And we'll just do, in this strong wind we'll go an extra ring, I think. So we'll try for 12. Yeet. We're still going to use some curl, just to encourage it to come down on that side. It tends to roll in better from the right. That's still not enough. Probably too much backspin. We'll see. See what James does. His least favourite hole and his least favourite wind. Well, 2 yards away should be enough then. Okie doke, Liz. $120 Embringers, very nice. That's one thing they do need to maybe think about, is the rewards. Should you get as good rewards for winning a lower tier than a higher tier? I'm not particularly bothered either way. I know some people think you should. You should get more for higher tier than lower, but I don't necessarily agree. I'm not sure. Tier isn't 100% working, but I like it now that you've seen. Yeah, I think, yeah, exactly, Anna. Oh, that's checked up. Didn't see what you did though. No, he wasn't telling fibs. It's his least favourite hole and his least favourite wind. But good to know we can match up with 4600. So let's go again. Some of the cheering rookie was crazy. Baby account with mini gold and a couple of silvers was up against 10-time rookie winners. And to be honest, Stu, that's where the tiering has to be better or right. Like, that shouldn't happen. What did you say you'd had? A baby account with a mini gold and a couple of normal silvers. Well, maybe they deem a couple of normal silvers as sufficient to be a tier 3. I'm not sure I agree. But no matter what the tiering does, you can't stop sandbagging. You can still get a guy walking in or a girl walking in with an APOC 8 playing rookie, and they'll be tier 3. That's inevitable. The only way around that, and I said this a long time ago, is that they should nerf clubs for tournaments. So if you have an APOC 8 and decide to play rookie, it should only, rookies' rules would be, for example, extra mile maximum you can have is level 4, APOC level 1. So even if I've got a level 8, it reverts to a level 1 for that tournament only. Doesn't change the long-term stats of the club, but it just limits my ability to use it in that division on that week. But to think that they could even try to code that correctly after the absolute clusterfuck that was last week, who knows? Right, if we use the APOC, we might be able to... No, we probably don't have enough wind, actually. Right, so we'll try and bend it round the corner. Need a bit of topspin. No, we'll go backspin. 8, 5, 10, 6, 4. I don't think I've played in this wind before in this hole. I think you can get away with all the curl here. I'm not sure if there's a tree in the way. Guess we'll find out together. Probably could have used no top or backspin there. Tom, how we doing? Love a bit of T10. I know you do. Higher tier should be higher rewards for you, Anna. Yeah. I can't say I disagree. That's what real life's like. If you beat better competition, you're usually better rewarded. But I think I'd be more. I'm not as bothered about that. I'd be more inclined for them to do something like if you get a top 10, for example, one of your epics, no matter what division you're in, should be like a good epic. Can you imagine winning Master Gold and getting Horizons, Castaways, and Boomerangs or something? I've not won loads of expert golds, but the ones I have won, I think I can count on one hand the number of good clubs I've ever had out of my tournament chests. Oof, close. Nice shot. Tier 3 rookies. Drew's on his way with his APOC 8. Watch out. Lock up your daughters. It's coming for you. Should have watched what James did, really. Was this backspin or not? I can't actually remember. Something like that, isn't it? Is this downhill? I can't remember any of the numbers from the tourney. I'll just do 1-1. If in doubt, 1-1. I have a question to ask you, because you're watching the stream, so you haven't got a big fat finger in the way, but does my ball look centred when I'm taking these shots? Because I've changed the grid lines a little bit. Because I think it was Peter Ray. Somebody said, "Oh, you always seem to use a bit of right curl," and I was like, "Oh, do I?" So this little line here, which is meant to be my centering line, because this line's, I know this line's right. This one I moved. You're on 10 for the weekly. Well, let's see if we cross paths. Be kind if we do. Can't beat a bit of T10. This is it. You've got to do weekly maintenance now, haven't you? There's no coins for tournaments, or there shouldn't be. I think some people were getting them at the start of the week, but I think that seemed to stop quite quickly. You don't think there should be more for more until they have more data? That's not an unreasonable point of view either. Cannot disagree with you. Oof, right. Headwind. I'll use a bit of topspin then. It's kind of a bit crossy as well. We'll do that. 11-7, we'll have 25, which will be just under 15. From somewhere in there. Fives. Just under 15s. And again, curl, even though we didn't use all the side spin, but that's just the way we play it. There are many ways to skin a cat. Needed to be a wee bit higher on the hill to roll back a wee bit faster, but it's not terrible. You've got an Andrew Hogan shot coming up. Well, let's see it then. It's money, says James. Right, he's built this up. I think I've seen Dom play something like this. Further left on the landing. So you've got 2 right, 1 back. So a different line in. Let's see how many rings he goes. 8.5 plus. Oh, I didn't. I lost count. I'm not sure how many he's gone there. Lots. Quick change of plan. Doesn't work on all the wins then, clearly. Yeah, match chests are good for the prism, but only that, really, in my experience. The expert ones, anyway. It's going to come down nice. Roll. Roll. Ooh, it's close. It's close. Oh, no, I didn't mean oops. I'm like, where's my close one? I fucking hate that they changed this. Right, NMT you said for the last one, yes? Not happy chappy. No move targets. Should we use basic balls as well? NMT basic ball. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's not a bad shout actually, Coop. People might drop down to get the higher tier prizes from... Yeah. Never thought of that. Right, NMT basic ball. Ooh. I don't know where we're in the club here. Quite far up. Actually, it should be max, actually, shouldn't it? It's not really a big enough wind. We'll do something, Tony. There's no point just sitting here like a lemon. See if we can get over this patch of rough. That'll do. That'll do. Ah, is that right, Emily? You're matching a fair few that didn't... Well, this is it, isn't it? It's people looking for Gokasho bay holes. A good time to be getting some points in if you're a T10 vet. Or resident like me. Example, you and I are tier 3 in pro, yet you have APOC 8 and numerous max clubs I'm not close to yet. Yeah. Agreed, Coop, agreed. But that's even more of an... I honestly think if it's parity they're looking for, if that's genuinely what they're looking for, then maxing clubs for each division is the way to go. You can keep the tiers. You know, the tiers is more about your skill, supposedly, than your tools and your arsenal. But if everybody was limited to an extra mile, I don't know what the numbers are. You'd have to make that up yourself. We'll have to think about this one a wee bit. Underpower. Quite a lot of underpower. Or no underpower would be... Maybe we should do that. Yeah, there's probably more room behind the flag than in front of it. How many rings is this going to be? Just needs 5, 10 to clear it. Watch this plop straight in the sand. Ooh, just enough. Probably the best we could have done from there. Danny, how we doing? Welcome in. Yeah, sandbug Drew. Played for and got, honestly. Hammerhead level 7. Not a club I've ever used. Probably never likely to. It's kind of a jack of all trades and master of none, the Hammerhead, from what I've seen. But as I say, I haven't used it, so maybe it's worthwhile, Jakob, maybe. You don't see how more data is needed to give better rewards for higher tiers. Coop has one better chance for himself. Not true, says Coop. Well, this is it. People can have different opinions. I mean, at the end of the day, the chests are usually shit anyway, so the fact that you might get a few more epic cards for a tier 3 win over a tier 2 win, it's just going to be 9 times out of 10, 5 or 6 more horizons or boomerangs, to be honest. But in terms of principle, as I say, I can see both sides of the argument on that one. You're pretty sure Andrew uses P3 balls? Ah, we don't use P3 balls on T10. Andrew might. That's what I like about the shots that KK came up with, though. That everything's manageable with the navigator. Right, we're no moving this, I guess, as well. Is that tailwind? A wee bit of tail. Right. How much of a good left do we need? Probably somewhere halfway between perfect and full slice. Like that, maybe? That's probably not enough. Oh dear. Take it away, James. It was shit, sir. It was. Keen to see what that shot would have looked like in a different window. I could see what you were trying to do with it, James, coming down sort of from top left to bottom right instead of going past the pin. To be fair, this entire update was a result of a bunch of loud complainers wanting a better chance for themselves to win. Yeah, probably. Did they win? That's the question. What is James doing? Well, you won't know till you give it a try, Jakob. Give it a whirl, stick it in. It's got good stats. I can't really argue with the stats. It's just not got the best of anything, I don't think, from memory. In terms of ball guide, curls, spins, distance. No VPN, Danny. UK. Well played, bud. Good game, wherever that word's... I need to put these words in the right order so I can use them. Good luck. It's the best thing they could have done, giving everyone that free binoculars guy. It got me to buy the bubba emoji yesterday. Criminal, really, but it did. Right, off we go. You're in the wrong tier. No expert banners yet. You're tier 3. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What do we think should be tier 3? I guess that's a better question. What should the threshold be? I definitely agree that it's wrong. The way they're doing it is wrong in some way. But it was no matter what they did, it would be wrong. You'd have some people saying, "Oh, I shouldn't be in this tier." But like one of my accounts shouldn't be in tier 3, but it is. But I should be in tier 3 in expert. So, just because that account's not very good. I mean, not for 1 second. I think they realise that account is the same as this account, and therefore the ranking carries across. But I'd love to know the mechanics or the numbers behind it all, the algorithms, but they'll never tell you. The closest thing you could do to working it out is look at the master, the top 20. Is that being released again? Because they actually had points against that when they announced it first. Like, I don't know what they were, but the guy in top had like 28,000, for example, whatever the number was, and then the next guy had 26. So if you really wanted to know, you could work out what they did in the last tournament, how that affected those totals, and try and put numbers on it. But Coop's saying there he's tier 2 and he hasn't gone up from a result of 1 gold, so it's definitely an aggregated thing. This was a bad choice of club. What am I doing? 7-4. Let's just get it across. We'll try to. Too busy gassing, not thinking about the shots I'm playing. That's the best we could do in that wind. You think the tiers have been working? You've seen 2 -23 banners in tier 1. Yeah. Well, it shouldn't take as much to win a tier 1, should it? But if you win a tier 1, you should immediately go to tier 2. Tier 1 should be reserved for like genuine, without sounding horrible, bad players. You know, or performances, people whose performances are poor over a prolonged period of time. If you show an ability to win a single gold in tier 1, then you should probably go straight to tier 2. The only emoji you would ever buy would be the middle finger, Alan. Don't disagree. It'd be a nice one to have. Right, what we're doing. I hate this shot in this wind. I'm actually going to bounce over instead. No points for bravery here. So we'll just have it slightly out the rough. 7-4. 3-3's mid. We're not at mid, so we'll just do 3 in a bit. And hope it's right. So obviously we're nowhere near the pin, but I think our opponent went in the sand or the rough. So a bit of course management. Don't go for it if you don't need to. Not to say they won't make their shot, but I mean, you should make that shot, but we'll see. Yeah, I'd definitely have a hold my beer one. That would be a nice one to have. Somebody used the Let's Play again against me the other day. Yesterday, I think, on the stream. They did do one, yeah. They offered a Let's Play again. Or maybe everybody gets different choices in the shop, I'm not sure. Oh no, we should be able to have these discussions, Coop. Nobody should be... There's no need for people to get offended or upset. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. I think it's a good thing. This is not a channel where we just shout people down and time them out if they don't agree with us. You've already got it, Anna. Can't remember what you've been buying. You sound like my wife. Brett, how we doing, bud? Welcome in. Oh, is that a bit of strawberry cake? I'll take that. Oh, I keep getting these stupid sequoia holes. Oh, and a tailwind as well. Now, this tournament shot was over here, but I'm not a fan of that. I'll just go a wee bit more centrally. I mean, you can actually land here. That's not a bad spot. But you end up in the sand and stuff. We'll just try and run this up, shall we? That'll do. 11-7, 20... Let's do 30 mid, actually. 13-4, that seems a lot. We'll do 12 and a half. I'm going to ignore the numbers. Put it straight in the sand. Yeah, not a bad line. I think it does need the backspin, otherwise you'd probably roll off the back, but we'll take it. Is that the one they gifted us, right, with the binoculars guy? So we've all got that one. There we go then. And that's actually got a use, because that rematch button takes ages to come up now, doesn't it? It's easier to exit before you've got the chance of rematching. So I guess if you want to communicate with your opponent to say you want another game, there's a functional emoji, not just for shits and giggles. You've put it straight in the sand too many times. I started off when we got this course trying to land where I showed you, like at max sniper, but depending on the wind, you always end up in that sand, in this wind, which is never a good thing. I think you can probably land on top of the other bunker, the left side bunker, with more backspin, obviously. Options, pin chest. I've got no gems on this. We must have upgraded something here, did we? Oh, we bought APOC cards, that's what we did to get it to a 6. So no gems. No gemmies, but this tea's available in the shop. Let's have a look at this. So a 33% coins bonus for a cost of 900 is what it is. So I have bought that tea on accounts that I put into push clans, because actually I think there's value in it, especially once I start playing T11 more properly and more religiously. Right, let's keep going. You don't like the new end screen, Brett, yet? I like that they're showing you what you've won or what your opponent's won, but I think the replay button should appear as fast as the exit button does. I don't know, Drew, and I think with these teas, you know, when you get the little animation on the side of the chamber rotating, I don't know if it's possible to win the game, miss the bullet, and therefore miss out on the bonus. Because that seems a bit harsh if it is. But I'm not sure. I did see some people using them against me in the tournament. Not that one specifically, but like teas in general. But it is Russian roulette, right? Okay, well that's... I'm not sure how I feel about that. Glenn, how we doing, bud? Welcome, welcome. Rock's in, everyone. Oh, you're going to stream too? Well, there you go. Check out Rock. He'll be on momentarily for your viewing pleasure. What on earth did he do there? He's on the green. I'm not paying any attention to my opponent's shots. I'll have to give him I'll have to give him the binoculars for that one though. This might be too much, you know. Where's that bunker there? Maybe we don't need the side spin. Well, we'll never learn unless we just try, so... Wee great left. Is it landing? Is it dry? It's landed, so we've got a chance no matter where it goes. Get through. You bugger. In the mud. At least it's mud though and not sand. That's easier. Vivek, welcome. Nice to see you. You have to win, and you also have to get the bullet. So obviously when you've just bought it, you're guaranteed it, but then you've used one, so it becomes less likely. That makes sense. So that's actually interesting, because that makes the reload costs more of a thing, because you might be inclined to reload it when there's 4 empty spaces, for argument's sake. 33% of nothing is nothing. That's very true. Right, where are we at here? Oh, just a wee tiddler. That might be a little rough bump this. Nearly. Are you like me? Are you an addicted rough bumper? If there's a rough bump on, you have to take it. Can't just play normally anymore. Oh, 13. Minimal distance. Let's call it that much. Woohoo! That was a good one. That much was correct. Whatever that much was. Might have to watch his drive though, just to see what he did, to find out what the right spins were. Clearly all the top and all the OP was a bit too keen there. But we weren't miles away. Right, this one again. You've just got the same hole in the same wind. Don't go through the back then. I would hope you don't get clan points for a loss. That definitely goes against the spirit of competition, and that is definitely in the participation banner category if they start giving out clan points even though you lose. Corey. Ooh, stuck on the fringe. No good. 9-1. We'll have a bit of 25. Excuse me, 11-2. So I always land in the same spot on this hole. With this blue ring half in the bunker here. The rough, sorry. And I usually just look at the white ring not being right on the corner of that bend. And in this one we'll just use the right spin and we'll go 11-2. So we'll have 1.2. And then we'll have 10. And we'll have some curl. It's not particularly good, but it doesn't need to be when he's on the fringe. It's not bad actually. 2 point something, yeah. An idea for top 10 2-inning chests for epics instead of random garbage, give us prism style options. Yeah, not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. At least you get some choice about which shepic you get that way. All these terms people are coming up with. Shepics, cloints. It needs its own dictionary, this game. Have we had any Gokasho Bay holes? Like the main hole? Or max now? Keep going. If not, we might have to go to the driving range. But everybody knows how to play those holes, though. You don't need to practice, do you? Amazon Web Services. Is this your mate, James? Kieran, good morning, sir. Just 1 minute to noon. Oh, I hate this hole. It's just so boring. 4, 4.5, 4.5. What I actually need to do on this hole, let's do it now actually, is figure out what the slice is, just for these normal situations. So if we lose this one, I'm not bothered, but 8.8 would put us about there. So we'll just do 20 rings. Which, would you believe, is pretty much our usual tree. We'll go a bit right of it. And what spins have we got? 3 and 1. If this course is going to stay, then I need to know what this shot plays like, because the other way is shit. Ooh, sit. Not far off then. So it looks like the tree's the line. Actually a bit, no, we should do a bit further right there, so just inside the tree. Would have been better. Right, could be coffee time. Yeah, if they give you 3 epic trash options, then you're screwed. At least you get some control over it, though. I like that idea, actually. Could, for the chest, to be more of a prism option. Where have we finished? Here. And there. That's too much. Too much. Unless we play from here. Should we play from here? Let's play from here. I'm going to lose the ball guide straight away, but that's okay. That's still too much. Stay off the green, thank you. Yeah, we'd all rather control the particular crap that they give us. Never saw anybody use the junglist. There's a few clubs you'll never see anybody use, no doubt. I wonder what they'd do differently now if they could go back to when they were first designing this game. Because they can't have anticipated it being this successful and have the longevity it's had. And that's how we've got to this situation. Like Ian talks about this a lot in streams with Fenzi and stuff. People have maxed it, do you know what I mean? They've got the best clubs you can get. They've played all the tours. Oh, don't hit the tree. Oh, that must have hit the bark on the way past. That was the tiger line. Nice shot. There's a junglist. Yeah, you wonder what they might do differently. I did hear somebody say in a stream, I don't know how true it is. It's one of those, I know someone that knows someone things, but they said that there's new clubs coming, better than the current clubs. I'm not sure that that's true. This is just the edge of the hole. Ooh, great left might be stinky. It's an Endbringer, of course it's not. How would we feel about new clubs? You'd have to have new holes though. New clubs that are better than what we've got would require new holes. Or it would require the same holes with a fourth tee. Which we saw a fourth tee for the medium Bubba shot, didn't we? Maybe that's the game plan. Do what the PGA Tour did, make all the holes longer, harder. But that would be no mean feat to recode everything with a fourth tee. But I'd like that though if they had rookie front tees, pro second, expert third and master from the back. This hole again, Jesus. Fourth time today. And third. Endbringer 5. Endbringer, actually, Rapier 9. Endbringer 5. You're right, well, maybe Devilfish. Nerf all the clubs. Can you remember the outcry last time that they talked about that? But yeah, things have got to the top of the thresholds now, haven't they? An APOC 8 is an APOC 8. Like, you need different holes if you're going to, or different tees to make the same holes harder if you're going to offer better equipment. But if you notice, the new courses they're designing now, like Phantom Mansion, what was the other one we had recently? Whatever it was called. They're all that bit longer on the par 5s especially and stuff. We'll have to have a bit of topspin in this wind. Actually, it's not that strong a wind. I'm going to take that topspin away once I've put the 30% in here. Oh dear. 7-7. Just a slither. Oh, that's possibly going to miss the fairway. Ooh, slithery. I was going to say, as long as it misses the pin, it might be alright now. Might be getting lucky here. No. It's not bad, actually. For a bad shot, it's better than deserved. But not enough on this occasion. Well played. Still want to use this eye binocular guy every time. Good luck. But I think I'll keep it for people I know. Some people might take it the wrong way. Did anyone see the Augusta Masters where a player hit through the water and went in the pin? Oh, was it John Ram, I think, did the skimmer. They always do that in practice rounds there, don't they? You don't see them going in very often, though. Awesome shot. Maybe we'll get a Tour 13, Glenn. 23rd, new update. Who knows what that might bring. Juicy, good morning, sir. Are you well? You got a Gokasho shooter. Well done, Danny. So they still exist then, that's good. It's good to hear. I don't think we've had a single... We've had one. One Gokasho hole. I do like Gokasho though. If it hadn't been this course, I might not have played this many. Right, there we go. Right, tailwind on this hole. I always use QB, and I always use a quasar. And I want that to be there, which is 5 rings up. So go 8.3 back, and then 5 back up. And usually, when you don't hit great left, usually this trundles perfectly to the edge of the fairway. Ooh, a bit like that. You don't want the great left, but it's a nice controlled way and tailwind of getting the same distance for the sniper. Pardon me. Practice range does have them all. I'm keeping those tokens though. I might tell you what I might do. I might go onto a different account and use them on the practice range. Because did you notice last week when you used the tokens, you did sometime. Well, obviously you're always sometimes going to get the tourney win, but there was talk of the fact that whatever round you were in, that was the wind currently in use on the practice range. Which was true more often than it wasn't for me. But I didn't use a lot of practice tokens last week, so. Right. Oh, jeez Louise, that's a big old wind. 4 top, no more. No more. Can probably go straight across. He might go. Well, he will go straight across, won't he? Right, 15-1, -10. Tom L and Pradeep told me 13-4. Not at max either, actually. We'll go 13. Pardon me. And hope we don't put this in the downslope and then the water. Missed the rough, but 4 top should be safe. Just. Second shot's a bit tricky, Nicholas, I agree. But that principle of -10 max number landing here, no, I can't see it now, tends to work more often than not. Barry, how we doing? Welcome in, bud. That was close. You're a QB man as well, but with there being no driver shootouts, it might be time for the rock. Yeah, I guess it's habit. I've got the Q. I've always had the Thor's Hammer, APOC QB. There's a few holes like this where you can use the QB to reliably put it at a certain spot in this too. Aggregated scores, Coop, all 3 added together. That's not a bad shout. Yep, that would take away the lockbox weekend factor, I suppose. Lots of things they could do. You just wish they'd engage with the customer base a bit more to see what what they want. Rather than just doing stuff to us, let us have a say in what they do. That's what good organisations and good change management people do. Someone was saying on another stream the best ball is a power 1 win 5. Yes, apparently the next ball is going to be a power 1 spin 3 win 5 with either some sort of top spin boost or an overpower needle 3 apparently. So a very good ball, certainly for master. Elevation for second shot, sorry, -10, yeah, there you go, Alan and Barry are on it. Matt, how we doing? Welcome in, bud. Lee, nice to see you, dude. Right, Gokasho, finally. Right, this is the -10 mid. 9-6, so we'll play 7-6, 5 back, 1 right. It looks a little bit more tailwindy, but whatever. White ring just in the bunker, ball guide to the hole. 7-6 was it? It's a bit more tailwind, but whatever, we'll just play it. 7-6. And we'd usually use half a ball of curl, so we'll just stick with that. So another situation where we haven't used all the side spin, but we use a fixed curl amount instead. Yeah, it's a bit too much, but you get the idea, you get the gist. That'll be a tricky one to hold next week, or this week in the mini, no matter what division. Afternoon, Peter, how are we doing? They once had Gokasho be in the lower level tours meaning playing from the first tee, yeah. I don't, yeah, so is it not in a lower division just now? Sorry, a lower tour. Is this the only one it's in? It probably, there was in like 5 or 3 for a while, I'd imagine. Tav, how we doing, bud? For Masters, they should remove the ball guide in the last 5 seconds. That'd be interesting. Not for people like me who take ages to set their shot up. Ian would be done for. No ball guide. That's when he does all his best work in the last 5 seconds. So far. Salut, Mikel. Salut. Ça va? Is there a newer T10 shootout with the new spins? Yes. Yes, there's a version with the revised side spins to cater for only having 3 bars, or well, 1 bar on Navigator. That's the one out there. Well played. Where's well played? Oh, they've gone. They've gone! Didn't even want to hang around for his well played. Good shot. It's version 1.7 you're wanting, Drew. I shall send you it immediately if you don't have it. Or are you just asking generally? Maybe you don't want it, I don't know. I heard you're playing T2 all the time now. That's a joke, I'm just being facetious. Drew. Where have I saved it? Here it is. There you go, Drew. I've sent you it now. It doesn't have Sequoia in though, so... Not yet. Time is needed to update. Right, shall we... It kind of feels futile keeping on with this grind. Is Marnix here? I need Marnix to tell me we've stopped pushing before I really stop. Everyone else is still trying, so... 38,000 to catch up though. Even if we did well in the mini, you'd imagine they'd just grind it out on the Sunday. It's safely up though. Nearly 100, well, 70k clear. It does feel like we're just pissing in the wind, so to speak. Cheers, Coop. All the best. Send to you too, please. No problem. Do you know what? Let me send me a message then, Anna, and I'll and I'll be able to reply. That'll be quicker. Why can't we make up the 38? I'm not saying we can't make up the 38k, but it's going to require more than these. How many is it? About 10 or 12 of them who are smashing it, obviously. I think one of these guys got a Master Gold. There you go. Gold. Beautiful. But yeah, I mean, look at the numbers. You can't catch it up when you've got... I mean, I've done terribly, don't get me wrong. I've not done well. But you don't catch 30,000 point leads when you don't have 35, 40 going for it, in my opinion. Solace, welcome. Thank you for the good luck. Sequoia Creek again. There we go. I don't have Tour 9, Annabelle's message. Tour 10 please, and also 9 if you have it. I don't have 9, unfortunately. I can send you 10 though. Right. Don't ask, you don't get. Shyburns getting out, that's what we say. We'll hopefully have a T11 version in a wee while. Did start on one of them, but then that tournament came along last week and I got sidetracked. In this wind, can you just plonk a maxi? Yeah, probably. We'll keep the Quasar. I mean, we could probably try and send this actually, but should we try and send it instead? Why not? What's the worst that can happen? Famous last words. I'm sure these trees are in the way. Oh my god. It's too late now. Whee! At least we found out. Right, so if you're going to play that slice, you can't play it with curl. It has to be like a straight pullback slice. Good to know. Oh, you're Mio. Welcome in. Michael, Michael, I don't know. Try to work out what... You're probably Italian. You're new on T10, you play T11 and T12. Very good. Right, so if we've got a playful wind, we'll have more left. Absolutely. Pinball wizard. I'm just going to try this with a basic ball just to see the principles. Obviously we're not going to win the hole now. This isn't really not the right wind to try. Let's just see where it lands us. So if we want to land it about... It's going to end up being here, but I'm more interested in the slice element. 20. Do you need more rings? You must need more rings if you're doing a pull thing, so let's do 30. No, it didn't really... No. Good for research, but not much else. Hole's the other way. Absolutely, Solace. Hole is the other way. Well played. Don't even know why I didn't just forfeit straight away. Let's see if we can play at the rock though. Just no, he can't. That's how rock should be. You shouldn't be able to play at a rocks. But you can sometimes. Sometimes, but not others. Nice to have a bit of fun. It's what the game's meant to be about, remember. A bit of fun. A distraction from real life. How long did it take to produce the T10 guide? To actually sit down and make it, not as long as you'd think, but that's because KK had done pretty much all of the effort in terms of finding the shots. If you have to find the shots, it's going to take longer. I want the Thor's hammer. So that one, I think... I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like it took 5 minutes. It took days. 9-2, we'll just go 9. I think we went a wee bit more than 9, but that's okay. Any guide takes a long time to produce. I think you saw that last week when guide makers who normally just knock out the best of the guides. I think Fenzi struggled a little bit with his opening round for expert. I don't know if Pete managed the guides beyond the qualifiers. These things are not quick. Got to find the shots, got to test them in different areas, different winds. Well, not different winds, but like different wind angles. Spot the nuances. No quick wins with these things. I mean, that's what I would say. The wind changes have only widened the gap for people like Wolfpack, Nemesis, Spartans, clans that come together and work together. It just hands them even more of an advantage, to be honest. I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing, it's just what it is. I mean, Brandon was starting to make fantastic guides, wasn't he, Brandon Burke? Damien's decided not to do anything. I don't know if Damien made guides as such, but he certainly used to do a lot of excellent streams through the week. It's just a lot of effort now. Too much for some people. Right, 3-8's mid. Were we at mid? I'm not sure. This wind won't really matter. I'll just do that. Excuse me. Yeah, the binoculars emoji's fun. I like it, Barry. Santos, my brother. Welcome in, sir. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Yeah, the documentation part for sure takes longer than the actual work. Agreed. There was a lot of strong Spartan scores. A lot. I mean, look at who won. Look at who won the master brackets and look at who won the expert brackets. If they're available to see. There might be some sort of data on Elite or somewhere. Oh dear. See, if that was someone I knew, I'd give them the binoculars, but in this situation, we have to say unlucky. Because we don't know who Bocco is. We don't want to offend Bocco. At least he's laughing. He or she. Damien did make guides for his members and Pyro members. The best ones in the game. High praise indeed. Excellent, glad to hear it, Santos. French. Michaela's French. What did I say? Italian. Oh no, hang on. It was Michelle. I'll get my M's mixed up here. Something about the grizzly. You've just got the grizzly? More than something. I don't know what Rontra means. My French is weak. Well, everything's weak other than broken English. I'll have for this. Well, if he wants a rematch, we'll have one. I feel like he was robbed. No. Okay. That was Gokasho Bay, though, wasn't it? Never even thought of that. So yeah, the rough bump there for the second shot. Happy days in any kind of crosswind. It's just a straight wind that you're going to struggle with that. It's sad about Damien, but you stand by his decision. Welcome in, Devo. Well, it's his decision at the end of the day, isn't it? He can do what he likes. Totally understand his reasoning. See if this shot works in this wind. Not convinced that it will, but we'll see. Yeah, 7-2. Jump. Yeah, it does work. Not bad. They were mainly free-to-play balls as well. Well, that's always a bonus, isn't it? If you can get a shot nailed with a kingmaker or whatnot, then definitely good. Not always possible. It's always possible, but in the new format, with such limited time to try again, then it's harder. Clearly, that's why the scores are lower. But it's the same for everyone, kind of, unless you've got 17 accounts and play one division. They're the people that will do best out of this. The people that play a single division with a lot of accounts, and who are also in a highly organised clan like a Wolfpack, a Nemesis, a Unity. Nice shot. Do we need to get frisky with this? No, it's short enough to not really think about, hopefully. Famous last words. Yeah, it should be. Edge of the cup, no more. Teabaggers, of course, yep. I mean, there's others. Don't think I'm only listing the clans that I regard as well organised. There's many, many more. But it's like an old money. You know, even with the weekend round having a single win for both nines. You know, that's like the way we used to play, being super dialed by midday on Tuesday, like Tuesday evening. What happened there? Did he miss his putt? Just looked up to see I've won. Don't know what. Maybe someone could tell me what happened. Was he not on the green? Must have missed his putt. And how often were you super dialed on Tuesday lunchtime stroke Tuesday evening? Personally, rarely. But then, back then I knew I had all week, so maybe I didn't try as hard then. It'll just take some getting used to. Change always does. Spartans are very well organised, yeah. I can tell you that for a fact. For a fact. And they're a bit different in the sense that, obviously Kevin Glasser, that is, he's in charge of those guides with others, obviously. But anybody can essentially buy the Spartan shots because he sells those guides, and they are excellent guides. Epoch. Ooh. Should we be? It feels like we should be being brave here, but I'll just go with this. Right, I don't actually know what this is, so I'm going to play P3 min plus 20, which is 8.5, just because that's what it was in the tournament. That is a big win though, eh? Or maybe go a wee bit more. A wee bit more. Wise choice, I think. You missed the putt, Curtis and Santos. Thank you. Yeah, obviously, you must have missed it, but yeah, strange one. Out of curiosity, what do they cost? I don't know, because I don't pay for them, because I'm in Spartans. But I don't think they're... I want to say $10 or $15, but you'd have to ask Kevin. Check his channel. Let me find it. If I got him on here, let me see. Oh, where's that gone? Not sure if I've got a command for Kev. If not, I'll go and find it now. Yeah, so there's his channel. So if you go to his channel, I'm sure there'll be a video or a post talking about his guides. And you can see his round from the... I think he streamed a weekend round, I want to say. I know he won golds, or at least one gold. Who do you need to talk to get into Spartans? Anybody who's in there. I can put your name forward. I don't know how it works. I'm not part of the decision-making process, but they're always looking for good players, I believe. Like every good clan will be. Right, where are we at here? About 20%. Why does the ball guide not go where we thought it would? 7, 25, 33. 3 is the answer. Or maybe it's not. We shall see. No, it was. 3 was the answer. Phil, how we doing, bud? Nice to see you, sir. Are you still knocking it round, or have you... I think you were going on sabbatical last time I spoke to you. Are you back to it? You've used your 10 tokens, you got a minus 15 on your practice round. Excellent. Well done, Anna. Get those notes written up. Super dialed. I wonder what wins we'll get for the mini, if it'll vary at all. And if it does vary, will it be various... It can't really vary on the different qualifying days. You wouldn't think that's equitable, seeing as that seems to be what they're all about these days. Parity and fairness. But I wonder if the weekend round will change. Oh, he's going to get shafted. That's unlucky. You played the last tournament, takes some getting used to. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, James. I'll message you after the stream. Ooh, we're a pro. We can't. Must be master. It's master too. Say that. It's only Tuesday. How are we doing for points? Have we got any points? 60. Oh, we must have been in already, have we? We have. Ooh, nearly at 500 million bank. Maybe we'll play some T11. We'll see. Spartans aren't about points, James. Most of these top clans don't give a shit about grinding. They're mainly tourney focused. Look who it is. I don't know if he knows this account. This is Dave. But I'm not usually in frog balls, and I don't know if he knows the Rusty account. I'll be like, who's this clown? This emoji spammer. He doesn't know, does it? Unless it's a replay. It might be a replay. So this is one for the mini this week. Not an easy hole to do anything too clever on. Certainly not in this wind. I am going to try this shot someone was telling me about. So usually I drive it to up here. But someone said you want to be by the shadows. I'm not sure if it's this shadow or that shadow, but how easy is it to get to the shadows? Let's go there. 8-4, so we'll go 8. It's actually not a very nice wind to be trying to carefully put a drive where you want it. Right, so we're in between the shadows. James, what's this shot? Can you remember? You told me about the new shot here. It's either 1-1 -1 or 1-1. I think it's from the left side, over here somewhere. -1 -1. Oh, here we are. Barry knows. At the tip of the second shadow, I think that means you can find the funnel for the second. So I'm short there, right. Understood. He doesn't put up points, does he, Devo? Points getter is what he is. I'm going to keep spamming him until he realises. He's going to be like this clown. Right, so I don't know where this is. Is it here somewhere? Is this the funnel? Oh, really? Yeah. I'll just play a normal shot, whatever. It's a bit funnelish. Right, let's do 7-7 then. I think it probably needs more, but don't think we're in the right spot there. I'm going to have to message Dave and tell him that he's on stream. He doesn't realise. How many... There he is. Let's see if he reads that before the shootout. He might not be on his phone. He might not see Messenger just now. Excuse me. No, he hasn't seen it. Oh, here we go. Yes, I use an iPad, Santos. I use an iPad Air. Not the new one, the one before the new one. And it's good, I like it. Bigger, slightly bigger than the Mini, so a slightly bigger screen. I don't think I could play on a smaller screen now, on a Mini. I am toying with the idea of getting the new iPad Air so I can play two at the same time. Because I think, especially with this new tournament stuff, trying to get 6 accounts through, it takes a lot of time. But I've got other... I think before I buy a new device to play on, I'd rather buy a laptop to stream with, I think. That's the top of the list for now. Needs more because you nearly max club normally close. Yes, so if I get a bit further on the drive, it would be less adjustment. That makes sense. Right, 9.3, 20% mid, 5 rings. All of that in 1.2. Red ring on the edge of the bunker, just in. No, that wind, you want to be up here. square. What do we say, 5? Yeah. Oh, great, right, that's going to drift off right as well. There we go, he's replied to the text now. See if he gives us some silly emojis back. See if he wants a rematch. Of course he does. I don't know, Solace. You're unlike PD not to try and make money, so good luck, Squire. This one again, right? Let's try a blast. Can you get App Cloner on an iPad? What's App Cloner? Simon, good morning, welcome in. Thank you for the good luck. Wesley, the grid's because it's jailbroken. And I think, who was asking about an App Cloner? Phil. I think that's what I've got, by this crane app. That's probably classed as an App Cloner. I'll show you that after these holes. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I had to actually re-jailbreak this in the middle of the night. I fell asleep on the sofa last night and woke up at like 3 in the morning. And I came through just to sort this desk out and got my iPad and noticed that it was... oh Jesus, this is not good. Right, the crosswinds. Let's go 10 rings back from there. Maybe 15. Let's see where this goes. The jailbreak had gone. I had to turn my iPad off and on again, and that makes you lose your jailbreak. You lose your grid lines. You lose it all. So I had to redo it in the middle of the night. Yeah, that's right, Phil. That's what this crane app does. It basically lets you switch between accounts very quickly. Whether you just want to collect chests or play hole by hole and alternate accounts, all that kind of stuff. It's exactly what it does. Jim, welcome in. I missed you there. Nice to see you, sir. Thank you for the good luck. First stream at a dual stream with yourself. I think others have done that. I think Neo's done that. I know Pete has. Pete's double tableted one, mainly on his grind streams, I think, back in the days when he used to be in top gold pushes, I guess, gold runs for the C100. Right, we'll cozy one down there. Set up a thorn. Or try to. If you turn your iPad off and on again, the jailbreak is gone. That is correct. For me, at least. Which is why I never let the battery run right out. But if you were here yesterday for yesterday's stream, do you remember the battery got down to like 6%? But then it was plugged in straight afterwards. In fact, it's plugged in during the stream, but it still decided it was turning itself off. If you have a Mac, you can set your iPad so it just one. Oh, I need to speak to you then, Devo, because I was on for about an hour and a half in the middle of the night trying to fix this monstrosity. I was ready to smash the thing in two. Yeah, the problem I had, Dana, was I couldn't get my iPad to trust my computer, even though they'd already trusted one another in the past. And it was telling me to go into the settings on the iPad and look for this thing in the settings menu that I didn't have. And all the videos I could see on YouTube, oh Jesus, it's a Goliath. They were all for phones, iPhones, not iPads. I don't think topspin's a good idea here, but we'll give it a go. 6-5. Let's just do 3-6. Text not Drew's strong forte. Despite him being Dale's technical advisor. Or is it Dan's technical advisor? Or both? Even that cloner on Android, but playing a small phone a bit not for an iPad mini. Yeah, so you'd be able to do it on your iPad mini, but you would have to jailbreak it. And if you buy a brand new iPad mini, there's a good chance it'll have a version of iOS on that you cannot jailbreak yet. But I'm no expert. Devo is, though. PM Devo, he knows everything about jailbreaking and Apple in general. He's a wizard. Michael Manson, welcome in. Thank you for the good luck words. Jason, how we doing? Oh, Millie can't be far away if Jason's here. Here we go, Gokasho over here. Should we try the sandbox? Oh, this is interesting. I never see anybody, or rarely see people play here. This will be interesting. Yeah, don't ask him about Windows. That's not his bag. Jeff, how you doing? Welcome in. You've got an iPad mini and you still can't jailbreak it. What version of iOS is it on, Santos? If you go to the settings menu, and I think it's general about is the options you need to scroll to. See what version of iOS it's on. Because that'll make all the difference whether it's possible. Oh, I'll get down the hill. Oh my days. Sand bump. Behave yourself. In this wind? Can you even do a sand bump in this wind? No. I'm going to try this because I never try this, but... Ooh, so I'm just going to do the same shot from here that I would do with the Guardian. I'm going to play... So that's 12, so go 10. 1 to 1 minus 2. I'd just like to be able to play this, because I always have a P1 ball, so that landing spot's always possible for me. But I don't know what you need to use for spins to get this to go where you want it to. Often the same. Right, so it needs a wee click of top spin then. Terrible. Right, I'm going to give Dave the third game and then we're going to mosey on. That's horrible that I've locked boxed that one. Right, I'm not going to forfeit off the tee, because apparently that is a bad thing to do nowadays. That's when they detect you cheating or shading or whatever. Sand bump would have won. Well, so did that. Don't think you can do it in a headwind. No, Nicholas says the same, look. Don't use a ball, Dave, if you're listening. I don't know if you're listening. Oh, do you know what? Let's just forfeit on the tee and see what happens. I don't want to waste Nikatana. See if he's listening. No, he's... See if we get the warning. This will be interesting. There we go. Always good games against Dave. Right, let me show you what I'm talking about. Santos, are you still here? You haven't upgraded and still with 11.5. Right, so you go settings, about, software versions there. So 11.5 you'll be fine, but I think you're going to have to, if you just update that now to the latest available software, that'll screw you. So don't do that, Santos. Don't turn on updates. You need to selectively upgrade to a certain iOS. Someone like Devo will be able to explain that for sure. And then the jailbreak stuff, what's it called? Crane. Well, anyway, for that it just works by long pressing on the icon, and then you get a list of your accounts, and you just pick one and it loads it. There's a little bit of work to get it to that stage, but it's definitely easier than retrieving accounts all the time and all that nonsense. Let's go back to where we were. What time is it? Oh, 12:50. Right, we'll do a couple more. What account are we on here? The wrong one. Still the wrong one. Rusty. 11.5 isn't possible. Golf Crash wouldn't run. Oh. I don't know. I'm no expert, as I say. The channel I used to help me with it all was called... It was the channel that'll pop up in 2 seconds time. That was the one I got the walkthrough tutorial from. If Nightbot decides to put it on the screen. Oh, I hope we get Send It Wind on this hole this week. That's not really Send It Wind, though. We'll just lay up. For 12. 101 minus 2 with a Thor 7 on that drive. But we could see a few people hit the green here in the right wind next week, or this week. I keep saying next week, this week. In the Mini. No sand bumper equipment. Angles Dan always advocates the sand bump there. I should probably play it more to try and get better at it. But every time I try it, I never seem to pull it off quite right, which puts me off persisting with it. When the other shot's usually quite close anyway. 13.5. Yeah. That's perfect. That's exactly where you want to be. Make sure you do not update the iOS, Santos. That channel I just linked to has a video. I'll go and get the video for you actually, because the channel's got a load of videos on it. And the one I'm talking about is from a few months ago. Although, to be honest, there might be better ways than I did it, like 3 or 4 months ago now. Have a root around on that channel and see what you can find. Right, 12.7 we'll do... What should we do? About 11.5. See what happens. It's going to be short. And way right. Terrible. Lee, how we doing, bud? Thank you for the good luck. Hope you're well too, man. Yeah, with 3 side spin it must be a dream to drive this green. It's doable. I usually use a Quasar in the right wind. Quasar and an APOC 5+ can get you there. But yeah, in a tournament you'd strap on a Katana or a Kingmaker, wouldn't you? Not sure, Barry. I think I've heard people say 1-1 plus 1, which would imply 10% max. But I'm not sure. It's not a shot I play a lot of. All of these sand bumpers will be quick to tell you, I'm sure. James will know. Angles Dan will tell you in a heartbeat. It's his favourite shot. Right, let's just check this. See if we've had any emails. Oh, get in, they've cancelled my 2:30. Woohoo! So actually, it's not really a reason why we couldn't stay on all day now, other than you get sick of it. Oh, that's delightful. I only had one call today, and now we don't have any. Oh, that's close. I honestly don't mind that hole, James, in anything but... No, in fact, any wind, I'm not bothered. That hole doesn't bother me. I'd say I win it more than I lose it, put it that way. What the deuce? How's that a win? I really should start watching what my opponent's doing. He must have screwed a shot up somewhere, did he? Oh well, we'll take it. Don't question it, just take it, Tony. Right, over... What clubs have we got? Should we do some T11? We only have Cataclysm 5. I think I'm waiting for that to be a 6. I think it's in the shop as well, you know. Or it was in the shop. So I remember getting it to, 25 short of the... Can't really do 11 on this one. Maybe we'll do 11 on a different one. What about... Ferret? So we had a few goes on 11 on this yesterday. I wouldn't say we're anywhere close to feeling comfortable, but... So we've got grizzly bags. We want them all to be grizzlies, don't we? So grizzly, Thor sniper, Apoc sniper. Is there any need for a... If I was going to use this 5th bag, Crane is an iOS thing, because it is, again, through the jailbreak. So when you do jailbreak, Santos, you end up with this thing here called Cydia. It's like a jailbroken app store, if you want, and then when you go into that, that's where you find all these apps like Crane, and the one for the grid lines is called Gridder, not to be confused with Grinder. That's a very different thing. But there's loads. There's like a whole wealth of stuff. There's loads like that. The reason you can see the touches on my screen when I do that is because of an app called TouchFlow. So there's loads of stuff you can do, but you get them all in that Cydia store. There's a bit of a learning curve to it, but quarterback works better than rock. I don't mean for the drives, I just mean like, should I have a bag for a different short iron or a different, you know, is there that kind of hole where you think, oh, I wish I had the Hornet on? Let's not worry, let's just go. Right, 753 bank. If we get under 700, we're stopping. So if we lose 5 in a row, which is very possible. Where's Liz? Liz went, didn't she? She got busy at work. Liz is starting T11, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I need Ian. Is Ian at work today? Chat caddies. In fact, actually, speaking of, well, shootout-y stuff. Where's that thing gone that I had? We're gonna need a coffee. I should have had a coffee going before we started this. Yeah, I need you, Jason. Definitely do. Shout up. Oh, this hole. Ooh, not my favourite. Parc de Paris in general is not a course I like. Lee, how we doing? Welcome in. Right. Ooh. This is probably not the right way to play this, but I'm going to play it this way. See, immediately this guy's like, yes, I've got a live one here. He doesn't have a clue what he's doing. That's 5, that's 10. Still ended up behind that tree. That's what I was trying to avoid, but anyway, that's okay. It's not a disaster. It's probably not the right way to be playing that, but it'll do. That was an example, the Hornet. You know what? God, you're awkward. You're awkward, Mr. Mackay. You know what I mean. Preferred long iron, preferred short iron. Even a sand wedge. Is there a hole that you regularly go in the sand by the green on, for example, where a Houdini might be better than a Spitfire, that kind of thing? Right, he's not through. Can we get through? Probably not if he didn't. Oh, can't even see the damn thing. Oh, maybe we can. I don't know what you do here. That looks okay. That looks like a massive gap in the trees. Right, lovely. Lovely. 9-6. Give it 10. 8-1. Three and a half rings of OP. Call that 4 between friends. Maybe more actually now. I'll do. Not bad. Number 1 rule of jailbreaking: never upgrade the iOS until the tool is available. There you go. Good advice, Solace. Rossman, El Presidente. Welcome in, sir. So that's nice to get through. I fully expect Beastie Boys to make the rough iron, though. You don't get many free wins in these higher tours. In my limited experience, this is one, though. Spoke too soon. Ooh, right. While we tap this in, let's go and flick the kettle on. Oh, sugar. Oh, we're not putting it in at all. No, but he's forfeited. Hello, Milo. Hello. Oh, to be a dog and lie around sleeping all day, doing those things that dogs do. Right, bear with me while I make this brew. Or at least get it started. Ooh, how do you feel about Golf Clash? I wonder if they want an honest opinion. Probably like that just now. And that's being generous. Oh, right, I'll play it while I'm walking around doing stuff. I'll play a tour 10. I feel like the tour 11 needs my full attention. We'll go back to 11 just as soon as this coffee's nearly done. I'll go first. Which hole is this? Try and play it like we had the tournament, shall we? We'll do 8.5. And a great left. Do you want a treat? Is that what you want? Is that what you're tap dancing for? Come on then. Sleep, eat, repeat. What a life, Milo. What a life. Sorry if you're saying anything in chat just now, I won't be able to see it until I get back to the desk. Like, why are you playing T10? You said you were playing T11. Oh my days. Why did nobody tell me? Not that I'd have seen yous. Oh, right. Let's see if this still works. This is not the wood club you're looking for. Right, what is this going to be? It's not even a true elevation we were playing. This was a dodged up one. 10% min, 424. Go 4 and a bit. Better do something, Tony. You're going to run out of time. This will be fun then. Cataclysm for the shootout. Oh, it's not far away, you know, for a guest shot. Right, coffee done. Dog happy. Right, we're back. Sorry about that. This is what I wanted. I wanted a sniper. Oh, yes, that's hot. Having a Guardian bag. Maybe I'll do that then. Seems like a better use of it than a quarterback bag that I'll never use. Big one balls. Wayne, how are we doing, sir? Doing less work than you and you're isolating. Oh, I'll get in. No need to take the cat to a shootout. Where's the well played? There it is. Good luck, bud. Right. Excellent use of the bubba emoji. I'm sure you'll agree. Right. Where are we? As long as it's not crisps, what, for the dog? No. He'd probably eat them, you know, if you gave him crisps. Oh, you did try to tell me. Bless you, James. I wasn't here, so I couldn't see it. Change to sniper. Bless your heart. Right. Back to 11. So we'll need a Titan. We're not brave enough to play with navigators yet. No siree. Right, off we go. Forced isolation, because no bugger likes you.